It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Cerveza Fort Escura. It's a 12% ABV beer called Petroleum. What am I guessing that this beer, what style of beer this is? I'm going to make a guess. Wow, it's 96 IBUs. I'm going to say, judging by the look and judging by the name, that it's either an Imperial Stout or an Imperial Porter. Should we get the beer out into a glass and see what we get? Oh, it's a twist off cap. We just don't get them here in the UK, so it's always kind of rip them off. Oh, look at this. Oh my goodness me. Blimey. I spilt some. Look at the quality on that beer then. Look at that. Let's give it a rub with a magic sponge. Footballers like the magic sponge, don't they? They always seem to get up off the floor after they've had the magic sponge. Right, back to the beer in hand. Jet black. Look at that. That is super black, super dense. It's a 3-finger tan coloured head. I'd like to thank Pedro. He went all the way to Brazil on holiday, picked me up some beers and brought them back. Thank you very much, Pedro. But I mean, look at the quality on this beer. It looks unbelievable. Look how dense it is. It really is like petroleum, like petrol. Aroma. Oh. And I think they've been really clever with this. When you make a Russian Imperial Stout or a Russian Imperial Porter, should I say, that's big and dense and bold like this, you get lots of coffee, lots of chocolate, lots of caramel flavours, and they're all predominantly really big, bold flavours from the roasted malt. It's difficult to get that hop to cut through that big, dense, rich flavour. I think they've hopped it up to 96 IBUs to really make the hops shine in this beer. It smells super. Let's dive in. Cheers. Oh. I gotta put that down. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. What an awesome beer then. It's so rich, it's so dense, it's so full-bodied. It's like oil, not petroleum. It's like a rich, thick, dense oil in your mouth. How they've managed to make this beer so dense is just incredible. The roasted malts come through hugely. But with it being 96 IBUs, it's very difficult to work out if that bitterness is coming from the roasted malt or the hops. I'm going to say both. That you don't make a beer 96 IBUs and then you can't taste that bitterness. So obviously the hops are making the beer very bitter. But I think that the bitterness, the roasted malt in the beer would make that beer as bitter anyway. What I think the hops are doing, they're giving it, the flavours I'm picking up are more vinous. There's a little bit of a, first of all, there's vanilla in there, which I just love vanilla. You got coffee, rich dark coffee flavours. There's a little bit of caramel in there, and that rich bitter dark chocolate is just phenomenal. Not real chocolate, of course, it's coming from the roasted malt. And as I said, on the back end, the beer is just, it's vinous. It's got red wine qualities, it's got plum qualities, it's got a dark fruit jam quality in there as well. It's got hints of oak and whiskey. Now, I know it's all in the language of Brazilian. We'll get the rest of that in. But, oh, blimey. I think I might have come across one of the best Imperial Stouts or Porters that I've ever tried on the channel. It's just sublime. It's pure quality in the glass. Let me show you. Let me roll this beer around in the glass. Let me turn it first. Look at that. Look how dense it is. You can see the head recreating itself. Look how thick and dense that beer is. Amazing. Look at the carbonation chasing that beer, that head up the glass. Amazing stuff. So, as the beer pours out, it's jet black. Nice dense head, tan coloured. The aroma is raisin, there's licorice. It's vinous. And then the taste is just, wow. What gives the beer, I'll mention it one more time. What gives the beer its ultimate quality, what kicks things off in the mouth, and what gives the beer the most solid platform it could possibly want, is that mouthfeel. For me, that creamy, dense, almost lactosey mouthfeel, where the beer kind of sticks and gloops down your throat like oil. That set things off wonderfully well, because if you think of coffee, if you think of chocolate, melted chocolate, and if you think of warm melted caramel, then flavours would be gloopy by nature, by their natural form. So when you get them flavours in your head, it works really well with the mouthfeel. For me anyway. I'm going to rate this. This is just phenomenal. Cerveza Ford Escuela, 12% ABV, Petroleum. For me, that's a knockout 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for Imperial Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Thank you to Pedro, and cheers.